16-24309 is called the State of Texas versus Landon David Hebert. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
You were here with Mr. Bailey, your attorney, and the state's attorney. There's a motion to revoke probation that's been filed as of February 18th of this year in this case.
Landon is on probation, but now the state wants to take it away. That means the court thinks he may have messed up his second chance. It's like the judge is saying, "We gave you a shot, did you ruin it?" Now, Landon's about to see just how serious things are.
Are you familiar with it? Did you discuss this with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make during this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this motion to revoke probation? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor.
In summary, sir, this motion states that on May 5th, 2017, in this criminal district court of Jefferson County, Texas, you were sentenced to 10 years in prison, and that was suspended. You were placed on regular probation for operating a motor vehicle in a public place while intoxicated, a third-degree felony, because you had 2 or more prior convictions out of county courts of.
He's had 3 DWIs, not just 1 or 2, but 3, and they happened in different years and places. That's like getting kicked out of 3 clubs but still trying to sneak into the VIP section. With a record like that, being on probation is already risky. One wrong move, and it could all fall apart.
Law of Jefferson County, Texas, it looks like in 2000, well, you had 3 prior convictions. You had something in 2004 out of Calcasieu Parish, Louisiana. In 2011, you were convicted of DWI in County Court of Law 3. And then in 2013, you were convicted in County Court of Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Then you commit this case you were placed on probation for in 2016. Let's see if I can do my math. That's 4, right? We got another one?
No, that's
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah?
In 2021 was another one. Yes, sir. And they gave him probation for that in Hardin County.
That's unheard of, but it can happen. But you run, as far as I'm concerned, you run out of chances. But
You can tell the judge is holding back his calm, but it feels like the calm before a storm. This is that quiet moment judges have before they make a big decision. He's not just focused on one mistake, he's looking at the whole pattern of behavior. And patterns don't lie.
Well, then you need to know what the deal is.
I know I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
wait and see.
Yes, sir.
So, is all of this true? I've read. Is it true? It's your
Yes.
life. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
know? I'm
Yes, sir.
asking you, sir, the
Yes.
defendant.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. You're placed on 10 years regular probation in this court, and you have those prior DWI convictions I just mentioned.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, allegation 1 states that on or about October 9th, 2021 in Hardin County, Texas, you committed the offense of operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated, a third-degree felony in violation of condition 1 of your probation order. Do you understand what that states?
Yes, sir.
Is that true or untrue?
True.
Are you pleading true to that voluntarily and because it is true?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that a knowing and voluntary plea of true for 1 or more violations of probation, that is enough to grant the motion to revoke probation by a preponderance of the evidence or greater? Your probation can be revoked, and you can be sentenced to no less than 2, no more than 10 years confinement in prison in this case.
Sir.
Understanding that, do you insist on pleading true today?
Yes, sir.
I find you pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true.
The next, yes, sir. 3 deal with the same offense. They're just different parts of it.
You
Being out of the county,
you-
alcohol possession.
what do you want to do with those?
We'll abandon those 3 just since we got the new offense. They're off on the same date. 2, 3, 4, and 5.
4 is kind of is more than important, not the least of which are the others. Number 2 states you were at a location other than your residence at approximately 2:30 a.m. And I'm sure if it's on my probation, you have a curfew that 2:30 in the morning does not fit within. Would you agree?
Sure.
And then number 4 states you drove a vehicle that did not have the court-ordered interlock device as directed, which is required.
This part really hits hard. The interlock device was the one thing stopping Landon from making a deadly mistake, but he got around it. That's like disabling your own warning system. To the court, it's not just careless, it's downright reckless.
All cases, and it is important because that's what keeps the vehicle from starting, and that would have been something that the court would have ordered. I always do, and that wasn't done. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And so here we are. All right, let's take a look at what this agreement is. All right, can you tell me what it is?
It's 30 days up front. They're going to ask for weekends and then go through the Jefferson County Drug Intervention Program. And the reason for offering that, Judge, is because Hardin County in December of last year on that DWI third in their county from 2021 gave the defendant 10 years probation just to start in December 2024. So he's going to be on probation until 2034. And with the upfront jail time and the Jefferson County Drug Intervention, hoping that the drug intervention will help him stop doing these. And because this is so old.
It took 3.5 years for this case to finally catch up with him. But justice doesn't forget. Now, all the consequences are hitting him at once, like overdue interest on a debt he owed for his actions.
And we're just now getting around to punishing him.
Wait a second, what was the, on this new one,
Yes, sir.
did they do a blood alcohol test?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
0.19, I believe.
It was a 0.19. In this case is from 21, and the state took 3.5 years to file the MTRP. In the last
Why do you think?
I have no clue.
It had to have slipped through
It
the
did.
cracks.
It did,
They don't
Yeah.
lollygag. They know that these are important.
Well, what I am saying is that regardless
But
of why it happened,
Jason, Jansen, the point is what's in the past is never really in the past. Like, I just didn't make that up. That's one of the greatest things, because just because time has gone by doesn't necessarily eliminate the seriousness of the situation. For whatever reason, time goes by. This is, am I counting right? His 6th?
no, this is so he was on
No. What is the number of prior DWIs now?
4 altogether.
Counting this Hardin County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we got,
He was on probation in this county for his 3rd, and then he picked up his 4th, and that was in 21. And since then,
but the 3rd one gets you.
Here's pre-sentence report, Judge.
The 3rd one gets you prison time. You're subject to prison time.
then the probationary term out of Hardin was given by the judge.
I don't care. It's not important. What they do and how they do things, that's their business. And sometimes I disagree completely, and sometimes I guess they may disagree with me. But I have independent thought, and you're in front of my probation. It's my probation, but I don't. And I don't drink alcohol, and I don't begrudge people who do. But here, it's a 4,000-pound missile that you're operating. Too many times we have intoxication manslaughters in here, and this room is loaded with people weeping, crying. How could that have happened? And at the end of the day, they have a loved one that was lost because someone selfishly thought of what made them high, and that was a priority over 7 billion other people's lives on the planet. But we made a big deal about it when we first put you on probation. Two DWIs ago, right?
One guy.
No, the one ago was the one I put him on. Then he gets one afterwards. But that was the third one, the fourth one. Look, nobody's ever, I've done this for 19 years. Nobody's ever gotten something, nobody's ever walked out of here like this on a DWI this minute. Especially when after all of this, it's just not a DWI. I mean, you don't have a an intoxilizer, which is what you're supposed to. I mean, you just busted all kinds of things here. Ought to get the MAD people up here, MADD, have them have a say in this. What do you think they would say? Because they're a reputable entity. You think they'd forgive him? No. I know what they would say. And they represent everybody else in the citizens who are at risk for you. But we made a big deal about this. We always do when it's in front of me. We make a big deal about it. Don't let me catch you again.
Your Honor, since he picked up the new case, his life really has changed. He's gotten a job, a very good job, that he's been working 60 and 70 hours a week. It's been like that for some time now. The issue is after he goes through everything that he's supposed to go through, yes, a horrible mistake was made, and you can punish him obviously for that horrible mistake. But at what point do you look at what he has done and what his future is going to hold versus if he is punished as strict as you can punish him, his life's effectively over. So maybe have those 3 years of showing goodwill and showing that he wanted to do better, and he did do better. But at what point does it become, instead of retribution, is it rehabilitation? Are we going to take away his future? And that's a decision that's up to you. But he will never have another job like he has today. He's an operator in Invista. If he were to even be confined for a year or 2 years, at least 2 years, his job, he can never get the same opportunity again. And that's a decision he's made.
Okay. All right. I open the door. What's fair is fair. All anybody has to do, if you want to agree with that, you walk in and you go, I want the Landon-Hebert rule. This is my 7th DWI, but I've got a great job. How about that? How does that purge the wrongdoing? How does that purge the promises that he made? I swear I will follow the terms and conditions of probation that you made. It's never been done in 19 years. I've never put somebody back on probation after their third one. And the fact that you got a great job, why didn't you think about it? What all you could lose, because we made a big production when we put you on probation, how serious it was. But you had to know it was serious. You were in court, in other courts before. They made a big deal about it. Don't do this. You kept doing it. And this isn't just a DWI. It's no interlock device. I mean, it's a dangerous situation. And what's fair for one is fair for all. And every lawyer would come in with, remember, I've got the transcript here of Landon-Hebert's case. It's just like it. What are you going to do, Judge? I'm not going to open that door. Okay? I'm just not. I'm sorry that you did that. I regret you did that, but I'm sorry for the people who were placed at harm's way for this in Hardin County and in Jefferson County. I mean, 10 years making a production of, you are one step from 10 years in prison. What important to you? You later went out and made another mess and didn't even have an interlock device. You committed all kinds of violations here, but you knew better. And I'm holding you accountable just like I hold everybody accountable in a similar situation. And yeah, Mr. Bailey's got a great argument, but so do I. What's fair for one is fair. It's the first thing in this Constitution, the Constitution. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. Number one, establish justice. First thing out of the box, establishing justice is what the United States, state of Texas, and this room is all about. And we're flirting with justice when you've been through it this many times and you want to just go back on probation again. And everybody goes to prison, has things to lose. Liberty, life, liberty. I mean, that's given to us by our Creator. I appreciate it. I don't put people in prison without thinking that it's a gift from God, that we have made laws so that we have a way of resolving issues in a fashion that is advanced civilized thought. Anyway, that's the court's ruling. Now, repeating myself, but the court's not going to accept that deal. Y'all are going to have to come up with something else. But I'm not going to open this door, not after all this time, and not being able to say, you're right, you got it, you now have a job, great, then you get to get another probation. No.